this pie is for all those men that wear papooses.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the time celebrities got called out for entitled attitudes live on TV.
Hold it. Listen to me, because you'll learn.
Number 10, Justin Bieber booed. Back in 2013, to many individuals, Justin Bieber was public enemy number 1. This was mainly because they disliked his music, but some also thought he had an immature attitude.
Justin Bieber is the first artist under 19 to have 5 number 1s on the Billboard 200.
At the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, he won the fan-voted Milestone Award. After stepping up to receive the award, it sounds like almost the entire audience began booing.
I'm 19 years old. I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Bieber looks dismayed at this reaction, which prevents him from starting his speech for an uncomfortably long time. It was his 4th time coming onto the stage that night, and people had grown fed up with him after he beat both Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars.
I'm an artist, and I should be taken seriously, and all this other bull should not be spoken of.
Number 9, Jesse James confronted about cheating. We're not talking about the 19th century outlaw, but instead the ex-husband of Sandra Bullock. Jesse James became a bit of a reality TV personality in the 2000s.
Just the fact that, I took a perfect marriage and a perfect wife and perfect life and stepmother and threw it away because of my actions. It doesn't matter. It could have been a million. It doesn't, bad is bad.
His marriage fell apart in 2010 after multiple women said he'd had affairs with them. This led to him giving an embarrassing interview with Piers Morgan, explaining his side of the story.
I don't think it was a decision I made 100% willingly or vindictively or anything like that. It was a struggle, and it made me feel worse than before it happened.
It seemed to only make things worse for him, especially when Morgan pulled up an image of him doing a fascist salute. The main thing he proved during this interview was that Sandra Bullock definitely deserved a better partner.
I grew up around people that were bigots and racists and told myself that I would never ever be that way no matter what.
Number 8, Elon Musk's Cybertruck fail. The Tesla Cybertruck is one of Musk's many attempts to make the cyberpunk aesthetic a reality. It was first unveiled in 2019 during a live Tesla presentation.
To solve sustainable energy, we have to have a pickup truck. So I present to you the Cybertruck.
Musk was excited to show off his allegedly unbreakable armored glass, so he asked the designer to pelt the window with heavy metal balls. Embarrassingly, both windows smashed because of this.
It didn't go through. All right. Not bad. Room for improvement.
After the presentation's conclusion, Musk explained they broke because they'd apparently whacked the front door with a sledgehammer earlier. This didn't clarify why the back door broke, though, leaving many wondering whether Musk understands what unbreakable means.
We want to be a leader in apocalypse technology.
Number 7, David Icke on Wogan. In the 70s, Icke was an aspiring English footballer, then pivoted to sports journalism.
The world is not necessarily going to end, but the Earth is going to go through a series of geological changes that are necessary to make sure it doesn't end.
This led to him becoming a respected broadcaster during the 80s, but he fell from grace in 1990. This was after a psychic told him some wild things, leading him to believe he was a son of the Godhead. In 1991, he came onto the talk show Wogan to discuss his new ideas.
It's quite funny, really. 2,000 years ago, had a guy called Jesus sat here and said these same things, you would still be laughing. It's really funny that we've not really moved on that much.
His beliefs made the audience hysterical, completely shattering public respect for him. In the following years, things only got worse for Icke as he began endorsing theories heavily criticized for anti-Semitism.
I frankly don't care what anyone thinks. They have free will to make their own choices on what is said. I say wait and see.
Number 6, Ayo Edebiri owns Nikki Haley. American politician Nikki Haley once got into a lot of trouble after discussing the causes of the Civil War, then not mentioning slavery.
I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do.
A few months later, she made a surprise appearance on Saturday Night Live. Host Ayo Edebiri from The Bear then made a passive-aggressive jab at Haley regarding her Civil War comments. It's a comment many believe she would never address, but she seemed to take the joke and move straight on.
I was just curious, what would you say was the main cause of the Civil War? And do you think it starts with an S and ends with a lavery?
Many criticized her for still never saying the word slavery, though. It's unclear if Haley knew it was coming, but her brief look of shock implies it could have taken her by surprise.
I probably should have said that the first time.
Number 5, Mel Gibson gets roasted. Few comedians can match the savagery of Ricky Gervais.
Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support from people everywhere. There were marches on the street with nurses and factory workers saying, how the hell can a 25-year-old live on 52 million?
One of his favorite targets is Mel Gibson, whom he seems to roast every time he hosts the Golden Globes. Gibson became controversial when he was arrested in 2006, then went on an anti-Semitic rant at the police officer.
Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does.
Gervais refused to tiptoe around this scandal, instead choosing to own Gibson for his past blunders. It's not the only celebrity he targeted. He verbally roasted so many in 2020 that it's unlikely he'll ever come back.
Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree, although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides.
This is likely his decision rather than the organizers, according to his tweet saying he'd never return. Number 4, Cordon and Stewart. It's challenging for a celebrity to be detested in the same way Cordon is.
I really couldn't be more honoured to be stood here talking to you now, and believe me, however shocked you are that I am doing this job, you will never be as shocked as I am.
He first became famous for his show Gavin and Stacey, but became increasingly disliked due to his entitled behavior and allegedly fake personality. His attitude even rubbed icon Sir Patrick Stewart the wrong way.
When you come up and present an award, just get on with it.
This led to a massive drama between the pair at the Glamour Awards in 2010, after Stewart called him out for his hosting style. It was a cringe-inducing interaction to watch. People accuse Stewart of starting it, but if you see the full show, then you will agree that Cordon didn't appear at all interested.
It was so strange. It was so weird.
Number 3, Piers Morgan gets owned on Good Morning Britain. One of the UK's most divisive broadcasters is easily Piers Morgan.
What's going on? Don't they know what you're like? You'll throw as many darts at the dartboard until you get the right out.
But I actually do think they are ridiculous.
He's known for his often confrontational interviews and outspoken opinions. From 2015 to 2021, he hosted the morning show Good Morning Britain. He said a lot of contentious things on the show, like when he criticized Daniel Craig for wearing a baby carrier.
Defend the papoose for me.
I don't think it needs to be defended, to be honest, Piers.
It does. A lot of people have been writing in saying they completely agree with me.
Okay, fine.
The adoption of the papoose by some men is the best example of emasculation I have ever seen.
Soon after, Harry Hill was interviewed on the show and decided to pie Morgan live on air in retaliation for his comments. It was followed by one of the most awkward silences in TV history, but they all lightened up after a moment. By the end of the segment, everyone had pie on their face.
No, Daddy, no!
What you started.
Number 2, Bill O'Reilly called out on The View. This live talk show has been around since the late 90s and has had a ton of scandals in its time.
Look at you. Every time I come on here, she's, how did this happen?
Bill, I have a case of gas. That's all that's wrong.
One of the most infamous was when political commentator Bill O'Reilly was interviewed in 2010. He said some things so contentious that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar stormed straight off.
So an outrage about Muslims killing this thing on air.
The topic was whether or not a mosque near the 9/11 memorial site should be allowed to remain. It became a challenging situation to diffuse, with everyone else disagreeing with O'Reilly's idea. Goldberg and Behar cooled down after a moment and returned.
Now you apologize. You apologize.
But that's not the issue. The issue is that it's inappropriate because of the context of what happened on 9/11.
Surprisingly, it's not the only time Goldberg walked off her own show. Number 1, Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift's VMA speech. One of the most discussed scandals in music awards history is easily the time when Kanye West hijacked the VMAs.
I immediately knew in this situation that it was wrong and it wasn't a spectacle or just, it's actually someone's emotions, that I stepped on, and it was rude, period.
After Taylor Swift won the award for Best Female Video, West stormed on stage and expressed his outrage at the result. He famously proclaimed it should have been Beyoncé's award, which got him nothing but boos from the audience.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
That wasn't the end of the feud between the pair. Both have thrown shade at each other in song lyrics and on Twitter in the years since. West apologized shortly after, but he might not have been sincere given how much drama the two have shared since.
But do you feel hard feelings about it, Taylor, or not?
I'm not going to say that I wasn't rattled by it.
Were there any other times a celebrity was called out for their controversial behavior live on television? Let us know in the comments section.